With debates between the My Hero and Chainsaw Man community heating up, many matchups have been made between both anime/mangas. And one matchup that I've heard that's piqued my interest was All For One vs Makima. Both big bads of their own respective series that seemingly know it all and love to manipulate everything around them. So in this video I intend on finding out which manipulator would win in a versus battle, so strap in because I'm about to get real in depth with this video. But before I do get into the video, if you guys do enjoy content like this, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe, as I do post content like this regularly, and to be honest, it's a win-win. You guys show me love and support, I give it to you in the form of videos. Whether it's My Hero Academia, Chainsaw Man, or just fiction in general, in due time but I'm covering it, so be there when I go there. But I feel like I've rambled on long enough, so I jump straight into the versus battle to see who the better manipulator is. Now before I even scale these two, I have to go over the rules so you guys know what I'm doing this by. Now the first rule is that both of them will be in their prime forms with all of their powers. The second one will be that they'll be fighting to win instantly, but they will be in character. The third one is that they'll be fighting in Tokyo, and the fourth one is that any allies they have manipulated through mind control or just been able to take over, they will be present in this battle, as these two are very prevalent on mind control and just being able to manipulate people to use them to their own benefit and their bidding. So yeah, I feel like if I left that out, that would be very bad for both characters character-wise. So that being said, those are all the rules for the battle, so how about we hop straight into the scaling. And so to begin the scaling, we're going to start off with Makima. And to begin Makima's section, we have her AP. And to find her AP, it's not really that hard, as she is stronger than characters like Reese, who can easily destroy buildings and can also be put up to city block level at a push. But that doesn't really stack up to her being able to use telekinesis to destroy the chainsaws on the chainsaw devil's body whilst blasting him up into space. That is way bigger than anything Reese could ever do, and so this is calced at around town level to city level. So that's pretty impressive for her AP. Now, even though that is pretty cool, due to her having people with her in this battle, this may not even matter, because she may get some crazy abilities that may not even require her to have AP to really do damage. And so moving on from her AP, we have her speed. And with her being able to blast Pochita and react to Pochita on occasions, this could force her into being high to massively hypersonic and an extreme highball sub-relative, as the time it took for him to get up there and get back down was extremely short, and she was able to obviously cause all of that and then react to him when he was coming down and whatnot. So yeah, her speed is definitely something levels above many of the other people inside the series, and yeah, it fits that of the top tier. But moving on, we have a durability, and just like her AP, it's going to be around town level to city level, as she should be able to take what she can dish out. Now, as we all know, durability inside of the series doesn't mean too much, and that's mainly because of their endurance. And Makima's endurance, just like everybody else inside of the show as the devil, it doesn't disappoint, not at all, as she is devil, so she's basically damn near immortal. Now there's two things you can do to just straight up get rid of her, but that will be explained later on. And so up next we have a battle IQ, and she is super, and I mean really smart, as she made many plans for Pochita, and on top of that she is just better in combat than somebody like Reese, who is a trained assassin, and we have many just trained assassins overall inside of Chainsaw Man, and she ranks above all of them. That is how smart she is. She's one of the smartest people inside the series, and to be honest, just different thinking from Pochita and power. she didn't really expect it to happen because who breaks out of her control? So yeah, in this category, Makima is definitely no slouch. Now for the final thing I need to cover, that is her hacks. And her hacks is crazy because of control. And this allows her to manipulate people and have them fighting for her, even though before they may not have ever done that. Due to her manipulation, they will now fight for her. And she also made a contract with the Japanese Prime Minister, and the contract goes as follows. If she takes any fatal damage, fatal blows or whatnot enters in battle, somebody inside Japan, a registered citizen, is going to take that for her. And so if you're going to continuously kill Makima, you're just gonna have to realize that you are killing somebody in Japan, and that is kind of horrific. Now the people that she can control is endless, and they broke out of it. They won't be included in this versus battle. I just want to let you know that. So Denji will not be here, and no power. Now for people like Angel and whatnot, yeah, they will be here. And Angel is one of the super overpowered ones that I do want to talk about, as if they make a spear, they can literally just reduce your life force. So even if they touch you, they can reduce your life force by a large amount. With the spear, they can obviously give a certain number, but when they touch you, it depends on how long they touch you for. Now, with all these people and their regular abilities, Makima seems damn near immortal and like a god. Like nobody can touch her because of all these people protecting her and whatnot. And just for a small little list of the abilities that she does have, she has telekinesis, pool creation, and obviously control. Her list of abilities are long, but just know that if they are needed in the versus battle, I will use them here. Now her main weakness is that if you're not a registered citizen of Japan, then the fatal injuries that you cause her will never ever come onto you. And on top of that, if you kill every citizen inside of Japan, then she is vulnerable. She mainly plays on this because, well, who really wants to kill an entire country of people? But there are certain people out there who will. So yeah, as I said before, if there are any other things I do need to include, I'll include in the versus battle. So how about we move into All For One? Now, as I just literally did cover All For One, how about I just snap in what I said about him here. Now for All For One, his scaling can vary, as we'll be using all of his forms, meaning the form from the start of the war where he originally fought Endeavor, to then the one at the end where he then died Tobacco as a baby. Now at the start, he's around city to mountain level in terms of AP due to All Might scaling. With him it was changed to weather, and this All For One is around that level in terms of power, as they did find Kamino and was pushing him about. Now in his prime form, he should scale to around prime All Might, so large island level to country level is very comfortable, and I doubt anybody's going to complain, as All Might who changed the weather is 60 times weaker than who he is in his prime, and All For One was able to go toe to toe and permanently scar that All Might. Then in his younger forms, they're just a little bit weaker than his prime one, but I don't think they get as weak as the one in Kamino. And the reason I say this is because he mainly loses most of the fights, or doesn't lose but gets younger due to his pride. When he locks in though, he takes basically everybody out with ease. So I'm gonna place him at city level at a harsh push, but at the max he'll be country level. Moving on, we have his speed, and at a bare minimum he is FEO plus, as yes, on multiple occasions Aoyama's light has been compared to real light and is stated as real light, and Mina effortlessly dodged this in the sports festival. And to compare that Mina to All For One is blasphemy. All For One is an unquantifiable amount of times stronger than her. Like seriously, it's a massive margin. So yeah, FTO plus to MFTO is probably where I'm going to put him at for this video, and MFTO is probably where I'm going to set that. Next is his durability, and yeah, he should be definitely around his AP level, as he does take shots from All Might and Endeavor when he's weakened, Bakugo as well, but in his prime he was taking punches from All Might. So yeah, he's definitely either city level or country level. Endurance wise, he literally takes on many top heroes and group attacks from all the heroes. He takes attacks from everybody and survives a bunch of it, and also has rewind. So yeah. Then we have his battle IQ, and he can be actually smart in battle, even though he does come across as an arrogant idiot. No, he's pretty smart sometimes, but he likes to use his quirks to his advantage and is very, very likely to get cocky. That is why he does come across as a bit of an idiot sometimes when he is fighting. Finally, we have his hacks, and bro, do you know how many quirks this man has stolen over his 100 years tyranny? Like, genuinely, you see that massive thing he created versus Bakugo? That isn't even all of his quirks, as he likes to say. He has many quirks that, if important, I'll say in the battle, but the main one for All For One is probably just the All For One quirk, which is useless here. Then we have Rewind, which is his trump card here, as they don't know about it, but can also be a detriment. Now, as past Kosu didn't have to really explain all the extra people that he can control, I am here to explain to you the extra people that he can control, and I'm only going to limit myself to two. The two people that I will be using here will be Tenko's body, post being defeated by Midoriya, and Gigantomachia. Now, Gigantomachia is easier to explain, as he is a massive monster that is extremely strong. That is pretty much it. He does have a few quirks, but mainly he is super duper strong, and in terms of strength among the verse, I feel like once you hit in people like Endeavor and whatnot, and like the high-end no moves like Hood, that is where Gigantomachia should really sit at around from what we can gauge. Maybe a little bit lower, but yeah, Gigantomachia is pretty strong, and we know that he's super durable. So yeah, Gigantomachia should be around the island level range or whatnot, you know, just the regular My Hero sort of like top tier range. But then we have Tenko body All For One. That is where things start to get serious, as that version is insanely overpowered. He's actually stronger than the original All For One body, just that it doesn't have rewind, but this version has all of One For All's power aside from just the strength part. But it also has decay with Prime All Might base stats. Are we seeing why this is a little bit of an OP build? And so yeah, that is going to be it for the scaling section. So why don't we find out who the stronger manipulator is between these two? Is it Makima, or is it All For One? After killing one of Makima's many manipulated devil hunters, All For One basically tells her to come out of the shadows and come and fight him. And Makima actually does come and do that. Now with her is all of a gang of misfits, and by All For One's side is Gigantomachia and himself. Well, Tenko's body, but yeah, he's inside of it. Now, All For One will basically begin to yap, but Makima's not trying to hear this. So her and the devil hunters go to attack him, and All For One instantly is saved by Gigantomachia. Now does Gigantomachia actually take some damage here? Yes, and the main reason he takes damage here is due to the many abilities that the devil hunters do have that could negate durability, but the one person that actually does do something to him is Angel. Angel actually just wipes him off of the face of the planet, as they struck him with a spear that took 1,000 years of his life. Now, this is where All For One immediately recognizes that this isn't something to play with. So he gets his other body to go out there and, right. Okay, alright, hold on. Right, so I want to make this like super cinematic, you know, because it's kind of cool, but I can't really do that because decay. So as Tenko's body is so much faster than everybody here, all Tenko does is slap them on the face, and yeah, they all just turn into dust. And he tries to do it to Makima, but Makima somehow comes back. All of her goons are gone because Shigaraki, in Tenko's body, all for one, if anybody didn't know, that's his like surname. He said, you know, okay, I'm gonna tap some of you guys on the face, but I'm actually just gonna tap the ground now. And so the decay is spreading all around Tokyo, and he doesn't really care. Now Makima is like, okay, you do realize that a lot of Japanese citizens are dying right now because you just killed me and you're continuously killing me. And then she followed up by saying, you do realize that you're going to die soon, right? Right. Okay. So, right. Here's the issue. Tenko Shigaraki may die. But real body? Right. Okay. First of all, we don't actually know where All For One is born, because he was shipped off. Like, he wasn't shipped off, but the lake took him. So we don't know where it took him. Obviously, somewhere in Japan, but we don't know where they came from originally. Could have been in China. Could have been India. We don't know. And yeah, he's just never been caught properly. So no, he hasn't been registered. They don't know his real name. They got him down as All For One. So what's next for Makima to do? All For One will probably laugh at her explanation as to why he can't beat her. You probably say, I'll go around and do it myself, if need be. And he wouldn't hesitate to send the Tenko body around to go and do that. In fact, he wouldn't even need to send them anywhere. He would just go to the highest point inside Japan, put his hand down, and watch the entire country decay. What can Makima do at that point? Makima could try to blast him into space. He'll probably come back down really quickly, just like Pochita did. Mind you, I don't think she's even gone past the rewind stage yet. Way too many quirks for her to get by. Makima is a sitting duck here. She doesn't have anything to stand up to him. Her gang of misfits have been decayed instantly. They could try to come back, but they get decayed again. Makima has no fight against this. And so yeah. After killing every single citizen inside of Japan, including the Prime Minister, and if the Prime Minister isn't in Japan or just somewhere hidden, All For One can always just use the search quirk to find them instantly, and wherever they are in the world, Ganso Makia is still alive, probably dead at this point. Shigaraki and Tenko's body can definitely fly anywhere in the world to go and get rid of him, to void the contract, because I do believe that Makima would probably tell All For One that, listen, you're killing Japanese citizens, and that would then make him just laugh in her face, and that the Prime Minister is linked to it. So yeah, due to their character being involved with this, I think All For One would take this obviously as a challenge from Makima, and due to Makima's personality being controlling and whatnot, she'll try to control the situation, but yeah, it's just not really happening. Yeah. So yeah, flying over and killing the Prime Minister, if he's not in Japan already after decaying 99% of Japan. Tenko Shigaraki taps Makima once more, and yeah, she's gone. She's gone. The battle's done. All For One wins with ease. But that being said, that is the end of the versus battle. Hope you guys enjoy this video, as I really did enjoy making it. When I first thought up of this idea, I didn't really think of it. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, people wanted to see it, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Because for some reason, people are really liking Chainsaw Man versus My Hero. I don't know why. It makes zero sense. Ooh, when I saw somebody say All For One would lose to Makima, I said, okay, yeah, cool. I think the perception around My Hero is insane. Because All For One is like the one character that Makima doesn't want to run into. You could put any other character from My Hero and it would be slightly tricky, but All For One, the one character where he's just genuinely just not a Japanese citizen. Okay, cool. Okay, but yeah, I love you all, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Thank you for the support. Yeah, good